Earth Day, everybody. We just wanted to come to you from Tea Market Live with all of us and share some great information. You know, we were kind of talking about Earth Day, and we're talking about Mother Earth and the planet and all of the things that we do. And we made a list and we wanted to share them with you. So one of the things that I always love to share are these lovely tins. And you know, this was kind of my vision from the beginning 19 years ago. And so I always tell people, Tea Market was green before being green was sexy, okay? And so we've done this from day one. Not only are they the perfect way to keep your tea fresh at home, but, and unlike other places, there was a place that we just don't talk about that isn't around anymore. They used to charge big bucks for those tins, didn't they? And so we give these away. And the reason why we do that is because we really care about this zero packaging, zero waste thing. Because you get the tin for free, we fill it with whatever tea you want inside, keeps it perfectly fresh at your house. You bring them back, and when you bring them back to refill, you get 10% off. So what I want to share with you today is after COVID, there was a period of time where we weren't filling tins. And so we were always putting it in bags for people. But we are definitely refilling those tins now, so please bring them in. And if you've gotten out of the habit of bringing the tins in, you know, if you pop by and you say, oh, I forgot my tins, we are happy to put them in these paper bags for you. But guess what? These cost money. We still give you your discount because we're sweet like that. And so we still give you the discount, but these cost money. And where do they end up? You know. And so, so if you have gotten a little lackadaisical about bringing those tins in, we would love for you to be a little more intentional and actually bring them in. And so we make that easy for you to do with this cute bag. Isn't this darling? And this is our refill reusable fabric bag, and it is perfect size for all your wonderful tins. And if we have never gifted you with one of these, just ask. We are happy to. And we love nothing more to see somebody coming in and hear them empty cans rattling around inside this bag. We just love it. So if you would do that, and it really helps us all out, and that's fantastic. Now, if you're ordering online, teamarket.com, and you have these tins at home, just go ahead and place your order for exactly what you'd like, and then in the notes, just say, I have tins. And what we'll do, we'll put it in bags for you so that you can use that to refill your tins at home, and then we'll just give you a little more tea to make up that discount, okay? And then you can also choose for 8 ounce. We do have an 8 ounce refill bag on the website. So you can just order an 8 ounce refill bag on the website. Okay, speaking of bags, we do use paper bags, and I think these are made from recyclable paper, aren't they? You're the one that buys them. Yes, they are. Okay. And so, we do use these. And the other thing, we didn't used to do this, but we do it now all the time, is we always ask you, would you like a bag? We just used to automatically bag stuff up, but we started asking, and guess what? 80% of you angels said no thank you, and that saves everything too. So if you've got a bag in the car or something you're working on and we can skip handing out one of these, that helps Mother Earth out too. So that's what I have to say about bags. What have you got, Minty?
I've got some cleaner. We all use the doTERRA oils around here. We love them. They make a great product, On Guard, that we love the concentrate cleaner. You put a cap full, and we sell these lovely little glass bottles. We also sell the cleaner, fill it full of water, and we use this to clean everything around here. It's great for the countertops, door handles. I use it at home on pretty much everything.
It's all natural.
Lids, windows, it's great. We love it, and it's great disinfectant. And we also love vinegar. So this is just vinegar. You can buy it like this. We buy a big 5-gallon jug downstairs, and we fill this full, and we spray everything with this. This is great germ killer as well, and we mop our floors with it. So a lot of natural options. Also, baking soda is great to clean the sink, get the stains out, tea stains. So that's great.
Yeah, and we use towels, we use washable mop heads. We really try to reuse and really limit what we're putting in the landfill, and making sure that we're not putting chemicals into the environment when we clean, because we care about you too. We don't want you breathing chemicals and things when you come in here, so we like to keep things all natural, as you know.
Absolutely.
Okay, what do you got, Ruth?
Well, I want to talk a little bit about the lovely tea leaves that you all are purchasing here. Because you know, every time you drink a cup of tea with loose leaf tea leaves, you're helping Mother Earth, because you're not putting those teas in a tea bag and then disposing of that tea bag and adding to the landfills. This tea that you are using, when you're finished with it, if you happen to have a compost, you can just dump it right in the compost. So it's going back to Mother Earth again. That's probably one of the things that got me so interested in the beginning, was the health benefits, and then, oh, I'm also helping the earth. So
Right,
that's
so
what I thought.
if you've got your tin in these, if you've got your tea in these tins that refill, you're putting it right inside a permanent infuser, not a disposable one, a permanent one. You know, we're not adding anything to the landfill. It is 100% zero packaging, zero waste. It really is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, another thing that we do to help out Mother Earth around here, and this gets met with varying levels of reactions, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Yeah, okay. So we don't offer printed receipts, but what we do offer are email receipts or a text receipt. Not everybody likes to give up their email, and that's okay. We'll text you. But we don't offer a printed receipt because our system, it works with that thermal printer. You know how they go, they make that noise,
Oh,
and then they come off. Okay, well, guess what? Have you ever wondered why the guy at Costco is wearing a glove when he checks your receipt? And that's because those receipts have chemical in them called bisphenol A, BPA. And 93% of all receipts have that. And it's a chemical that is a toxin, it's an endocrine disruptor, and a neurotoxin. And so we don't want to touch that many times a day by handing it. We really don't want you guys touching that either. And so we offer an email or a text receipt. But sometimes, some of you guys really love a paper receipt. So if that's you, don't worry about it, it's okay. Just say, yeah, well, you know, I really need it written down. And guess what we do? We just pull out a sticky note and we'll put the market and the date on there and your amount and hand that to you. So we're happy to do that. So if you really like, or yeah, good idea. What did you say, Mitzi?
Take a picture.
Take a picture. We're happy to show you the screen, and you can snap a picture with your phone and use that for a receipt too. So that's one of the ways that we don't add those receipts. I know I got like 30 of them from Costco in the back of my car right now. So.
CVS.
I know, it's pretty bad. So that's another one. What do you got, Mitzi?
So I order all the cups around here, and I was very excited when we found the lids with a little, just open it that way and drink it that way. It has a little hole, kind of like a hot teacup would have, but so no straws. So we have done away with straws. We still have straws for people that prefer them, or if you get one of our frappes, they're kind of thick, and sometimes it's nice to have a straw. But no straws, that's great. One less thing made of plastic that you really don't want, and less, you know, they don't hurt the turtles.
Yeah, they found that they end up in the ocean,
yes,
right?
And they are very detrimental to the sea turtles, and we don't like that. So anyway, great new cutlets.
Yep.
Yeah. And boxes. All right, so if you have ever ordered from us online, it's going to come to you in a box. And originally we were reusing boxes because, once again, we're wanting to save the earth. And every once in a while we will use another company's box. So if it comes to you and you go, I didn't order anything from doTERRA, well, then you'll see the Tea Market label on there, and you'll know that we're just trying to save the earth again. We're reusing boxes. But then most of our things are shipped through the priority mail, and they have on their boxes Sustainable Forestry Initiative. So they are helping to save the forest, save the trees, by replanting and revitalizing an environment. So, you know, these are all things, and then of course this box is recyclable. So when you receive this, either reuse it or recycle it, because this is a recyclable product as well.
And in Crestwood, we actually recycle boxes as a business community here. So we actually have recycle bins. I know Underdog, they're recycling glass next door, their glass bottles and things like that. And then we actually pay a company at Crestwood to come and pick up all of our recyclables so that we know that they are brought to the recycling centers properly. So those are some of the things that we do. We hope that that inspires you to sort of look around your world and see what maybe you could do a little tiny bit better job of. So all of those things really make a big difference, and they really do add up. But you know, something that I have learned, I personally am a vegetarian, and I made that lifestyle choice for health specifically. But what I learned in the journey is how much our food choices really impact the earth. And so there's a picture, a hamburger and a salad. You see that? Okay. So that burger, everything in that is subsidized by the government. And that's why it's so cheap. And that big delicious bowl of salad, none of that is subsidized. And so what we choose to put on our plate really does impact the earth. One of the things that I learned that was really actually pretty shocking, because when you think about it, a lot of our land area is specifically grown, specifically grows feed for livestock animals. So this is one of the things that I learned. I'm going to link in this a documentary that I watched, and I learned so much. And the things, if you care about things like this, I would really encourage you to watch it. It is a plant-based climate summit, and there's a link to it in the comments, so please check that out if you're interested. But one of the things that I learned that I was really shocked is that 83% of our land is used to grow feed crops for animals, and that particular feed only produces 18% of our calories. So that's really something to consider when we're making some choices. In conclusion, one of the things that would be very, very helpful is if we all kind of, maybe reduced a little bit of our consumption of animal products would really, really help out the planet. I'm notorious on my personal Facebook page for my Meatless Monday posts. So if you want to see any of those, go ahead and friend me. They're lots of fun. And so, but there's lots of easy ways to do that. I think about it all the time, like how we ate meat when we were kids, My gosh, my mom used to make a pot of goulash that was delicious with a half a pound of ground beef that fed the whole neighborhood, And it's like, we used to, when you were a kid, we were like, Sunday, it's pot roast, right?
Fried chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken, right?
Yeah.
And it was special because you didn't get it all the time. And so now we've gotten into where people are eating tons of meat 3 times a day. And it's really not great for your health or the planet. So I thought it'd be fun to share with you our 3 different approaches. So I am vegetarian leaning vegan, so which means if I make my own food, it's vegan. If you see me at Rock Hill Grill, yeah, I'll be having me some tater tots. I know there's cheese in there, okay. So that's kind of my way. And Mitzi, what's your way?
I'm kind of like a vegan, paleo, vegan. I do eat meat, but it has to be really good quality. I buy it locally at my farmer's market, organic, grass-fed. I don't eat a ton of meat, but when I eat it, it has to be great quality. I won't eat meat at a restaurant. I won't even eat seafood. And the only seafood I do eat is wild-caught salmon. In most restaurants, if you ask them, it is farm-raised, so I wouldn't eat it because it's full of toxins. So that, and just grow a garden, grow what you can. I live up the street and don't have a lot of sunlight, so I have an herb garden, and that's what I can grow, and that's what I do. So anything you can grow at home is going to be better for you.
Yeah, definitely. How about you, Ruth? What do you guys do?
Well, the Meatless Monday is how it all started. I'm nosing around Barnes & Noble one day, pick up Paul McCartney's book, Meatless Monday. I go, what is this about? So this is probably 4 years ago. And his comment in there is, the whole premise of the book is, if the whole continent would just stop eating meat 1 day a week, 1 day, that's all it would take, it would help the carbon footprint of the whole world. And I thought, well, that's easy, so my partner and I made a choice, okay, 1 day a week, we're just not going to eat meat. Well, that kind of evolved over the years to, well, let's just try this vegetarian thing. And it's amazing how you can survive without meat. Now, when we go out, sometimes we'll order meat. Pizza 51 right down the block has a Cowtown pizza. It's pretty good. But when we're at home, we are not eating meat. And so our hope is that, if more people just kind of caught on to this idea, that it would really make a difference for the world that we are now giving to our children.
Exactly.
And what's really important about meat is the regenerative farming. Like if you do buy meat, you want it to be local, you want it to be grass-fed, because it's the big, horrible places that grow the meat, the chicken farms, whatever, that's so bad for the soil and what's bad for your health, because it's just they're eating grains that you shouldn't be eating. They're non-GMO.
So watch that documentary, guys, because there's so much information on there. You'll be so surprised. But I love how our different approaches are really, really helpful. And you know, we just want to encourage people to be more intuitive about your choices that you make, because with every bite, man, we are voting with our knife and fork. We're voting with our dollars that we spend. And so we hope this encourages you to maybe give some of that a try. So if you think of ways that we could be more earth-friendly around Tea Market, drop it in the comments. We would love to know. And then if this inspires you to maybe take a little closer look and expand some of the things that you're doing, that's fantastic. And if you think that you'd like to share this with somebody to maybe inspire and encourage somebody else to put a little more thought into the things that we can do for Mother Earth, that would be fantastic. So from all of us to all of you, say it again. Let's do it. Ready?
Happy Earth Day!
We hope to see you soon.